because also we're entering into a different time of giving. Our church has a tradition of doing what we call an impact offering in December and in January, and this is always a time where we go beyond our regular giving. We think about things we can do here in the community and around the world, and so these are outside of the budget type projects that we usually think about. And many of the times it goes with giving money to our sister church in El Salvador as well to help in their ministries as we continue this relationship. And so many of you maybe received a mailer, if we have your address. You received a letter about our impact offering and where it's going to, what we're planning to do with that. And if you haven't received it in the mail yet, hold on, you might. Or we'll also be receiving something in the email if you don't if we don't have your address. So you'll be receiving that with more information. But I wanted to give you a little bit of a idea, a high level of what we're looking at, what we're praying about, what we feel like God can do through us above and beyond our normal giving. Because that's kind of the way we need to be thinking. How can we be generous as a church, and what can we do to reach our community? And so this year we're looking at raising $17,000. And that's kind of broken into three different areas. $8,500 of that is going to be going towards El Salvador, to some projects they have at their church and at their school, as well as to bring Pastors Rosalba and Oscar here to visit, to preach, to be a part of that. Yeah, for you to meet them. Those of you that have met them, those are the excited ones because they're excited about that possibility. And if you haven't been around them, they are just infectious with joy and with just the Spirit of the Lord. And it's just a great time, and it'll be great to hear from them. And so we're hoping to bring them over in May and hope that will be a wonderful time. So that's what a portion of the money will be going toward. Also, we have several teens at our church that are going to a conference. It's a national conference that's being held this coming summer, and it's within our denomination, and there's like 10,000 kids that go to it, and it's just a life-changing moment, and you'll hear more about that in the weeks to come. But several of our teens are wanting to go to that, and they're starting to raise some funds, and so we want to help them and be able to help them. And so we're looking at raising $3,000 for these two to be a part of that conference. And so that's a portion of it as well, investing in our youth. And then we're looking at wanting to use $5,500 to do some refreshing here in the worship center, in our lobby. Maybe touching up some paint, maybe even changing paint color. I don't know. I don't want to go too crazy, but maybe that's what it is. Maybe looking at how we might fix up some finishing things in both of these areas, as well as creating a stipend to bring some new worship leaders into our midst. I don't know if you know or not, and my wife didn't know I was going to say this, but Tricia has been helping us lead our worship for a while now, and she doesn't get paid. Just want to make sure you know that. She doesn't get paid. She volunteers because she has some talents and some gifts, and so she helps put together the songs and organize who's singing where, and that can be tiring to not have those breaks every once in a while. And so we're looking at a stipend so we can have someone, incentivize someone to come and be a leader in that, and possibly as our giving increases, grow to adding someone as a pastor in that role. So this is that first step in that process. So these are the things that we're looking at for our impact offering. We think we can make an impact in our community and here at the church and around the world with this. So start praying, start thinking about what you might give, and you'll hear more about these in the future as well.